What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Trey, the Brew Daniels. What a glorious day it is, because another episode of the Indie Corner, where I sit down with everybody from the independent community, writers, artists, directors, producers. Doesn't matter if you're in the game, I want to talk to you. And today I have a very special guest, a returning guest, a good friend of mine. He is the owner of ASAP Imagination. Give it up, everybody, for Haydes.
Thank you for having me back, dude. It's wicked to be here. Absolutely.
How have you been doing, my friend?
Oh, no, I'm good, mate. I'm good. It's been busy. Yeah, since last we were on, it's been chaotic. It's gone from grey hair to pulling out the remaining hair. So, no, it's good. It's good, mate.
That's why I keep mine wrapped up.
That's why the cap's on.
Yeah, exactly. So it's been actually quite some time. The last time that you were here, you were with your partner in crime, Laurie Cunningham. And y'all talked about when y'all were first launching ASAP and all that great stuff, which has been quite some time from then. So since that last launch, a lot has happened. So what's been going on over there at ASAP?
Oh God! So when we were last on, me and Laurie were talking about our books, and I think we got like 2 or 3 comics out at the time. We've now got 8 titles of our own. Through which we now affectionately calling Our World. We've got like a whole timeline of comics. We've got 8 titles. We've now got 4 writers. There's me, Laurie. She's still with me professionally. The work wife. There's no getting rid of her.
No.
I'm stuck with her. She's my best. She's my best mate. She's great.
Y'all joined at the hip at this point.
Yeah, exactly. But there's Nem still writing for us for OPSEC, and then we've got the amazing Mr. George Medina has joined us as a writer and taken over one of the titles that I was doing because I'm running out of time because of all the other stuff that's been happening. So that's grown, and it's been amazing. And then our Any One World, it's a platform where we help publish and distribute for other creators. That has gone up substantially.
I'd say.
Yeah.
I'd say for sure.
Yeah. In February of last year, so in 2023, I opened it up for distribution. Up until that point, we were doing the full publishing from start to finish, kind of catering, and then I opened it up for digital distribution, and we now do physical distribution. But it's become so busy that it's taken, like I said, I had to hand over one of my titles to another writer, so I had enough time to do more on the Any One World because we're now doing 2 releases a week.
Oh, yeah. That is over the top. Let me be as clear as I possibly can. 2 releases in a 6 months time span is already like putting up on it. 2 a week. How in the world are you keeping up with this kind of schedule?
No sleep. No sleep. Copious amounts of tea, no sleep. And just the love of nerdom. But every Sunday and every Wednesday. So it's every new comic book day, you definitely get a new comic book. But yeah, it's been amazing. It has, and the level of creators. Shameless plug. I'm talking to one of them. Who have joined the Any One World. It's become amazing. And I'm highly honored,
Yeah, and speaking as one of the contributors to Any One World, it's been an absolute pleasure be able to bring my franchise Treble to another audience and all that great stuff. So absolutely, so the things that you guys are accomplishing is darn near unprecedented, especially in the indie sphere. So it's something to behold, to say the least. So with that vein, with you wearing so many hats, we know that insomnia runs deep within our industry.
Yeah,
um,
yeah, yeah.
but how do you still able to balance the creative part of what you're able to produce while still wearing the CEO hat?
Um, I think again, it's good people. I can brainstorm with people like Laurie and Nem and George. And it's great because that switch is then flipped, and then I can just be the writer with them, and we can talk about the stories, we can talk about the characters that we have, we can talk about the stuff in our world. And then yes, I then have to switch over and go, right, I need to make videos for social media, I need to do the books, it's still a business, so you still got to, you think when you get into this industry you're going to go, I'm going to create all the time, and then you go, after I do these spreadsheets,
Yeah,
damn,
exactly.
I thought I'd said goodbye to Excel.
Oh no.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
no, no,
Mm-mm.
no. But no, but I try and because I do this full time now, I will kind of map out my day each day. Um, I still do old fashioned sales in terms of ringing the stores. As I said to you, be kind of before we came on air, being called Haydes and having this accent when you ring American stores, it's quite bizarre.
Yeah.
You have people go, "There's a guy on the phone who sounds like Hugh Grant, but maybe the devil. I'm not sure." Yeah, but he's got comics, so so I like to speak to people because yes, social media is great, but sometimes good old fashioned, let's shake hands, let's say hi, let's have a conversation.
Yeah.
Um, and then we send them out our LCS packs, which now includes a new magazine that we've got, that's got like freebies in there and a free comic in there and all these links that they can have a look at. So yeah, it's growing all the time, and then I've just merged ASAP Minis, which is our children's section. I've just merged that with the Anyone World, and I've merged Gig with the Anyone World as well. So it's now become so you can now get a Gig directory. You can download a full directory of amazing people who can help you kind of get your stuff out there. So it's
And
wicked.
that's tremendous. I think that's the best way to streamline, instead of having all these different avenues all under one umbrella. I think that's smart. I think that's cost effective. I think it works
Mhm.
on so many different levels to try to get things accomplished. That's really good. That's really
Yeah.
good. So Haiti, so there is a particular project that we're going to be discussing this
Uh,
fine day, and it is the points ability. I mean, not just the points ability, the complete version of it. Now, I remember when we first talked, Laurie and yourself brought this to my doorstep a very long time ago, but now
mhm.
the whole thing has come together. So, break it down for us. How did this come to be?
So when we started in 2020, we started with one book and one comic. The comic was called Messiah, and the book was a double feature prose book because it was cost effective to make a double feature. So it was Points of Villainy, Points of Virtue, and it was the catalyst. It's like the beginning of our world. It's the event that changed everything. And then as we grew, we were like, right, we need to turn this into comics, because a lot of places it was one of the most frequently asked questions. It was that that was it. So we turned it into two trilogies, which was Points of Villainy Part One, Two, Three, each of them being a double feature, and then the same for Points of Virtue Part One, Two, Three, and that's still coming out at the moment. Virtue is still coming out. And then the end goal was always to have the trade, just to
Mm,
always have the trade.
always.
And as yeah, and we understand the date's a bit weird, so we are launching on April Fool's Day.
Of
It's not a
course.
joke. Well, yeah, a lot of people are going, why? That's actually the day that Laurie and I became friends. Is the date? Is we became friends. It sums up our friendship. It's like two idiots meet on April Fool's Day. And it was always the end goal was we wanted that trade, we wanted that graphic novel, and to launch it is because it's funny because we did a Kickstarter when we launched the company, and then we haven't done one for 3 years. This is our first one in 3 years.
That's right. Wow, it has
Yeah.
been a while.
Yeah,
My oh
yeah.
my oh
So,
my.
exactly. Yeah, it's crazy. How it flies and how grey we get. Well, I get. You're all right. You're fine. But it's one of those things where it was like it just made perfect sense to come back with this and do this through Kickstarter. So yeah, we're really excited to launch it next week. We're doing a launch party on our YouTube channel. So yeah, man.
That's tremendous, and to do it on April Fool's Day, no less. I think that's the irony. It's oozing. So I'm loving that. I'm loving that. So since this is the official trade, what do we have an official page number of how thick this baby's going to be?
So we're looking at around about 100 pages. There will be extras in there that aren't obviously in the comics. It will be 6 stories, all based again like the catalyst of our world. And then we'll have a bunch of extras, a bunch of goodies in there. We've had a new cover designed for it, it's one of those things where we just wanted a completely fresh look. We didn't want to. Because some people are like, is it going to look like the book cover? And we were like, no, we're going to step it up. We're definitely going to step it up, and I think we have. I think we've achieved that.
That's really good. That's really good, and I think that's exactly the way a trade should work. In my not so humble opinion, that's how it should work.
I'm right.
Because it's not just about all these stories coming together. It's about presenting it in a brand new way.
Exactly.
Because how you started writing this story, this arc or anthology, it is not where it's ended up now.
No.
Because as we write, we grow and we change, and our work grows and change with us. So putting that together, getting new splash pages, all that great stuff, I think that's going to be tremendous, and I think that's going to be really, really good. So now that this will be launching, so Kickstarter is launching on April Fool's Day. Is that?
Yeah,
okay?
we're doing a live launch party at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, 4 p.m. Eastern time. That is very specific. Okay, excellent. So yeah, I think that'll be really cool. I think this to get this in a whole bunch of new folks' hands that may not have been around when you guys first started off this journey. So this is going to be a heck of a thing and a really big journey in that way. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, because my listeners will ask me on Twitter or what have you. What kind of perks are we looking at for the Kickstarter if we have a couple stretch goals?
So obviously, we're going to do a physical. We're going to do a digital version of the book as well. We're going to do a pack where you can get the book with a bunch of the first issues of the other titles as well. We have got some new art as well for some of the characters. We have an Anyone World tier as well, which is very exciting. So a bunch of the Anyone World creators are kindly letting us use their first issues of digital, so you can get this great stuff from our world, but then you can also dip your toe into the Anyone World and look at these great creators. And then one of the things that we're doing as well, because we like to kind of make some of the things that were physically in our world. When you look at the book covers for Villainy and Virtue, you'll see like almost like a half a diamond. You'll see a V, one in black, one in white, and it's kind of like if you read the book, you find out that those are two halves of a diamond. Known as the Somnium Diamond in our world, or the Dream Diamond, and it's an artifact in our world that is made of bone, and it's the wearer of the Somnium Diamond. If you're a descendant of what's known as the First, so the first refers to the first people to ever go to sleep and dream.
Ah.
And when they went to sleep and dreamt, then they created this dream world Big Bang. And it's the same world that you and I and everyone else visit when we go to sleep. If you're a descendant of the first and you wear the Somnium Diamond, it acts as a key between worlds. So we reference that in some of the story, but we've actually physically had the Somnium Diamond made. And we've got, I think it's 5 like to give away for as one of the tiers. So you've got it with its information card. It comes in its own gift box. It's made. It's the person who made it for us. I was absolutely blown away because I was like, I want it to look like bone, but I want it to look like the white and cream side, it's like I want that to be more smooth and almost like a shaved down bone, and the other side charred and kind of gnarly as if it's been burnt and stuff. And she did it, and the first time I actually like held it, you kind of go, this is it, this is exactly it, and you kind of go, this isn't real bone though. And you kind of go, made this with, okay, it's fine, it was made with clay, but it looks so good. And I think it's 5 of those to give away.
Okay.
So we've got quite a bit there.
Sweet. I think that's gonna get people fired up. Everybody loves stuff. God knows I do. I like stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's excellent. That's excellent. But I think this has been a long time coming. I remember when we first met, you were talking about this, and now it's actually here. For your, as I like to call it, the love child to finally be released to the world. This is going to be really good for you, not only as a creator, but to see something that you have put your soul into come into fruition. So I'm really, I as a fellow colleague, I'm excited for you, but as a friend, I am ecstatic for you.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
for you and everybody and for Laurie and everybody to actually bring this to the forefront, because I know it's been a long time coming. So many things have gotten in the way over the years. So to see that this is finally coming to fruition, I'm very, very happy and very, very proud of what you're doing.
I appreciate that a lot. Yeah, it's really exciting, and it's great to see it grow. And again, it's like one of the things that we had always hoped, was because that's the thing, is we've helped other people get their trades and get them published.
Yep.
And at the same time, we were like still writing our stuff, and it's like, you go, our day will come. Our day is April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glory exactly. Indeed. So
exactly.
But this is going to be fantastic. I'm going to leave a link to that Kickstarter in the description section below. I want everybody to check it out. I want everybody to support my boy Haydes. Get them over the top. Support it. It's going to be fan-freaking-tastic. So, Haydes, let me roll the red carpet out for you. How can people reach you? Social media, all that great stuff. Lay it down for us.
Anywhere and everywhere we are ASAP Imagination. I've tried to keep it clean in one, all across the board. So we are on X. Every time I say Twitter,
it's Twitter.
It is, yeah. So it's Twitter/X. We're on LinkedIn, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram. We have a YouTube channel, and the link is up for the launch party as well on our YouTube channel. If people are about 4 p.m. Eastern, come and join us. We're doing a live launch. It's me and 2 Lauries, because obviously Laurie Cunningham is there,
and Calcaterra.
Laurie Calcaterra,
of course. Double the Laurie, double the fun. I'm with it. With it.
Yeah, it'll be fun, because the pair of them alone have both got hilarious. Sam Vera recently said that, because obviously he's interviewed them both, as you have actually.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't know what it is about Laurie's, but they've both got really weird, loud laughs. And I'm like,
yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. But yeah, I'm gonna, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good crack with them too. So
yeah, it's gonna be tremendous. So Hades, from the bottom of my cold, dark heart, I want to thank you so much for coming on to the show, sharing all this great work with us, and I know your Kickstarter is going to be a huge success, and it's going to be tremendous.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me back as well. It's wicked to be back here, man.
Of course, of course. So everybody, that there is Haydes. I'm gonna leave all his links in the description section below. And who am I? Who am I? Who am I? I'm Dre, the Rude Danes. Follow me on my dope social media platforms. I'll put them right under my face. They're not there yet, but they will be at TheBrude00 on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If I feel like being silly on TikTok, and do those great YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. As always, you guys have been awesome, and I'll catch you all next time.